Good morning, folks. I just woke up this morning and I thought to myself, who can I reach out to? And I looked back and it just connected with my heart a little bit. And I looked back at how I was some years ago. And I thought, I'll reach out to these people. If you suffer with depression and it's controlling your life, and we do what we do and we sweep things under the carpet, we move on, and we smile and we laugh, but behind our eyes there's different symptomatic feelings to what we appear to be doing. Look, we could be the biggest clowns, cause the most laughter, the most love, but behind the eyes and at the back of it there's a sadness. And just to explain, I don't know if you know this, some of you might know this, the difference between anxiety and depression. The symptoms are very similar, but the actual fixes, the reasons for it, not the reasons, the actual where it comes from. Depression is because of something in your past. Anxiety is almost a fear of the future. So you've got a fear of the past and a fear of the future. So if we look at what we've just gone through with lockdowns and things like that, you can understand with the media, the stories they put out, and still now with stories they put out, you can be scared of the future, because I stopped listening to the news because there's just bad stories all the time. However, that's a different thing we're going to go on to about getting into that and stopping that from happening. But the past, the depression side of things, it's just as life stopping. It just puts a hold on everything, it obstructs everything, and yet you'll continue to go through life as if there's nothing wrong, and people can't understand to the degrees of what depression is. A lot of people don't understand. Now, you might know where your depression comes from. You might know of a traumatic incident that's happened in the past. You might not know of a traumatic incident that's happened in the past. And when we talk about traumatic incidents, it can go from being a child, being told off, told you're stupid, don't do that, you're stupid, don't do that, you're naughty, don't do that, you're this, don't do that, you're that. Or there could be traumatic incidents like some sort of violence or anything like that, or even accidents that have happened, grief. There's endless amounts of things that could have happened in your life that have supplied trauma. But what we're going to do today is we're going to look at these incidents are in the past. Now you could probably say, well, how can you say that? And all I can say is I can speak from my heart. With the instance I saw as a police officer, and then my own instance within a car accident, and that doesn't mean that my incidents are any more significant than yours. It doesn't matter, and that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the emotional response to any traumatic incident is the same symptomatic response, but it doesn't matter, because you could be stood next to say your twin brother, if you had a twin brother, and you could be looking at the same incident, taking the same information in, but their response was different to yours. So it's affected you in a way that's traumatic. Whereas him next door to you is thought it was funny or whatever. And some people are like that, and it happens like that sometimes. Or they've not seen the severity in what you've seen. So it's very complicated, the way the mind and the way everything's linked to perceptions and how people perceive things differently. But either way, if we look at how we are now with depression, even if we don't know where it's come from, should we let it overpower us? That's asking you a question. Anyway, let's try this. Take some deep breaths. Just check in with yourself while you're tapping the old karate chop. See how you feel. Repeat after me. Because I suffer with depression. At times, I become emotionally charged. And this overtakes me. And you know what? It stops my creative part of my brain. Stops me creating more. And sometimes I spend the whole day, or I spend days, I spend time where I just want to cry. I just feel emotionally charged. These emotions take over me. And it stops me. It stops me from getting on with my day. But however, at times I hide these feelings. At times, I don't hide these feelings. At times, I can verbalize, and I can imprint verbally upon others. Have you done that? I know it's not something you laugh about, but you feel horrible. You feel down, and then you start verbalizing, and sometimes you can swear at people and say not nice things to people. I suffer. You suffer. And your suffering creates you to put a vision on, which then creates a cycle of you feeling even more depressed and low. Just take a breath. Now you've had realization of depression, behaviors, emotions. The behaviors and emotions I feel I no longer need to feel these, and I love and accept myself. The attachment to something in the past is controlling me. And right now, I'm going to stop it controlling me. It doesn't matter what the incident was. It's in the past. It's gone. So why should I allow it the power over me? Why should I allow it? Well, it was quite significant. It was really overpowering. But it's gone. It's gone. And I'm holding it here now. I don't need it anymore. I should take a breath. I'm going to love and accept myself. I'm going to think of the symptoms that I go through with depression. In my next breath, with the realization and acceptance of understanding where they come from. And you know what? I no longer need to hold on to those feelings and those emotions. Because do you know what? And this is one word I hated when I was really deep in depression. I've allowed myself to become a victim of the past. And the word victim can create an emotional response. Because the event, I was a victim of the event. All those years ago, or whatever short time ago, or however it was, or whenever it was, I was a victim at that time. Maybe in an accident, it may have been anything, whatever it was. But I've carried on being a victim. I know I did. I know I did. I don't need to be a victim. Don't like the word victim. The word victim makes me feel weak, makes me feel vulnerable. And I'm actually strong. Because everything that I have experienced has happened, and right now in this moment, I'm here. And I have the ability to live the best life I could possibly live. So guess what? I've just realised something. I don't need to be stuck in the past. I don't need to be stuck in the past. Repeat that. I don't need to be stuck in the past. I don't need the past to control my future. Repeat that. I don't need the past to control my future. I am now going to put action in place where I can see a life I love. And I'm going to move out the shadow of the past. I'm going to move out of the shadow of the past. Right now, right here and now. Put your hand on your heart. Deep breath in, breathe out. And as you sit here, just feel your heart beating to the palm of your hand. And just feel that energy of that heartbeat. And just think that power that's in that heartbeat. And connect with your mind to your heart. And always have a vision of your heart beating. Sending messages back and to from your brain to your heart. And as you take a breath, take that breath of gratitude and love that heartbeat, because that heartbeat is allowing you to create anything you want to create. Once you finish this session, just do whatever it is you've got to do, whether you're at work, whether you're going to take a coffee, whether you're going to have a drink, or whatever it is, and just sit somewhere and actually take in life and have gratitude for the life around you. Change your energy right now. As you breathe in, feel the energy change. Feel yourself changing your energy and releasing anything that's keeping you from feeling fantastically high in gratitude, feeling gratitude and love for life. Just release all that. And put a full stop at the end of a chapter. Turn the page over, it's blank. Right now you've created a blank page. What do you want to create going forward? Create one thing we were born to do. The one thing, the very, very first thing that we were born to do as we came out of that womb into this world. Love. That is the main creation of what we were here for. That's to feel and give love. Give yourself love. start a new chapter. And start looking at your energy levels on what do you want to create. Because guess what? This frontal lobe, this creation part of your brain, is there for a purpose. And you can create anything you want. But you need to connect to it, get the power for it, and release your obstructions. Let me know what you think about this session, and hopefully I'll speak to you soon.